Hello, YouTubers and YouTuberettes. If you've been trying to get some sleep and it's not working, maybe this video will be somewhat helpful. First thing I'll tell you, disclaimer, if you have some sort of condition that's causing you great pain, or you're having a problem sleeping because of some medical situation, whatever, contact your doctor for the proper advice. I am what is known as a layman. I just know what works for me, and I will share that with you, and it might work for you. And the first thing to remember is there are things that happen in life that cause stress, like if you're going through a divorce, or if you have a medical situation in the family, or if you just had a tornado tear your house down, whatever, some big event like that, then your inability to go to sleep is what is known as being perfectly normal, because those types of stress are something you can't just snap your fingers and make it all go away. You can still lay down and rest, and that is one of the key things I want to tell you in this video. When you lay down, whether it's at night or if you work nights and you sleep during the day, if you lay down during the day or at night with the hope of getting 8 hours approximately of sleep, you're actually not laying down to go to sleep. Remember this: when you lay down for that 8-hour period, or whatever length of time you determine to be the correct amount of time for your sleeping hours, when you lay down, you're laying down to do one thing: you're going to rest. You're going to rest. You're going to rest your biceps, you're going to rest your back, you're going to rest your legs, you're going to rest your heart, you're going to rest your lungs, you're going to rest your brain as much as you possibly can. Do not try to go to sleep. Can't be done. You can't say, I'm going to go to sleep. Do not try to go to sleep. Now, with that knowledge of you lay down to rest, don't try to go to sleep, that tells you don't get up in the middle of the night and say, well, I couldn't sleep, so I went for a walk. Well, I couldn't sleep, so I got a sandwich out of the refrigerator. Well, I couldn't sleep, so I figured I'd watch TV. No, you don't do that. You lay down, you rest. You're there to rest. You're going to stay there the full amount of time. You're going to rest. And what happens is sleep finds you. You don't go searching for sleep. Sleep finds you. Sometimes a restful noise like a fan being turned on in the room, or a distant train whistle, rain on the roof, so on. Some sounds can aid your quest for sleep, but don't think that it's some thing that you can control, that you're going to, well, I'm going to make myself go to sleep. I'm going to be asleep by 1 o'clock. Let me look at the clock face. Remember to keep the clock turned away from you. You don't want to know what time it is when you're in bed resting, assuming you have an alarm or someone who's going to wake you up at the proper time. You don't need to know what time it is when you're asleep. So forget about the time, lay down, rest, and while you're resting, think about something that you really, really want to think about if possible. Again, if you're going through a stressful situation and there's some sort of health problem somewhere in your family, it's going to be hard to think of happy thoughts. But if you can think of happy thoughts, think of, what are my favorite movie scenes? What old movie would I like to see remade? And who would I like to have starring in it? Think of, what am I going to have for supper tomorrow? Think pleasant thoughts. So, a recap before your nightcap. We'll have a recap. Don't look at a clock. Don't get up to go for a walk. Don't get up to go for a sandwich. Don't get up to watch TV. Don't get up. Lay in bed. Don't try to go to sleep. Think of something pleasant. Your mind will soon be overtaken by the Sandman, and eventually you should get back on a schedule. And that, again, that's important, a schedule. Some people are on what's known as swing shift, where they might work at night for a while, then they work in the daytime for a while, and they work somewhere in between for a while. All that throws the sleeping schedule off balance. But my best advice, don't try to go to sleep. Don't know what time it is. Don't ever worry about what time it is. Don't look at a clock. Don't try to go to sleep. Lay down and rest and think of something pleasant. Thank you very much for watching.